welcome back to Radio Free Utobitha. I'm here with special guest best friend Tabitha. Pleasure! And we would like to start this week by saying a big thank you to Rano the Wonder Ghoul, who covered for us last week. The place is a tip, Rhonda! Yes, we were going to mention that. See, we don't mind a little cutting loose, but when you've finished, tidy up! It's common decency. We'll have more after this. No, terrible! Start again! It may sound good, but we demand excellencies. Excellencies has been making instruments for generations. Let their elegance tell you the rest. Excellencies. We're back. So, this week we've been filming our new show, Cooking with Tabitha. But we would like to begin by telling you all about the events of the week prior, where we spent our time refurbishing the Red Rocket radio station. We did indeed, Rhonda. And, Tabitha, would you like to run down some of the modifications that we've been making? Of course! Well, it all started with the scrap that we had the dum-dums out collecting over the past few weeks. Oh, yes. With that scrap and our supreme intellect and all-knowing aura, we were able to put together a handy set for the low cost of absolutely nothing. How economical! Anyways, it didn't take too long to knock up a few walls and decorations to make the space really come to life. I really must stress to our listeners just how good of a job you've done on the joinery. The whole thing, very professional. Thanks! Anyways, to get a proper look at the new Cooking with Tabitha set, you're going to just have to tune in to the very first episode this weekend. It's a milestone in television history. But for now, a commercial break. You are there. You are here. You are somewhere. You are lost. Cat's paw, eau de parfum. Smell like cat's paw. Smell like cat's paw. Cat's Paw Fragrances range is a subsidiary to the Cat's Paw Adult Entertainment magazine. You're listening to Radio Free Utobitha. I'm talking to special guest and star of the new, soon-to-be-hit cooking show, Cooking with Tabitha, best friend Tabitha. So, Tabitha, can you tell us what it's like to be on the cusp of superstardom? It feels pretty good, Rhonda. And what can you tell us about your new show? Well, at this stage, very little. Yeah, but I can tell you that there will definitely be laughs. Go on. Tears. Really? Good food? Undoubtedly. And some other wonderful stuff that you just don't want to miss. Well, if that isn't an advert enough, I don't know what is. Check out Cooking with Tabitha coming this weekend. We'll have more after this. The way they stick onto your teeth. What's the secret underneath? Is apple bits and sugar sweet? It's Dandy Boy apples for me. Dandy Boy apples are the apple-flavored burst of sweetness you need in your life. Growing bones need apples to keep those pesky doctors away, and we need sugar to make them taste real sweet. Dandy Boy apples. I trade my bowler hat in. With a stick on your teeth. Welcome back. we were waiting for the materials for the refurbishments, we spent some time getting to know our new favorite captive, Rozzaline. Dear old Roz! And it turns out she is related to someone famous. She's here to tell it in her own words now. Rozzaline. I'm Rano's Grand Ghoul. How adorable. Hardly a revelation. I also used to be a trapeze artist. Now that's more like it. Yes, tell us more about your act. Well, it was when I used to tour with that wacky Funland, Jester's Fun House. Bye. I could tell you stories about that place. Do tell. Well, the place is a flying death trap. Staff are expected to play damage control at all times, and in certain situations, trick people into coming there. Oh, really? And should people go there? You should definitely get yourself down to Chester's Fun House for all of your fun needs. I know I'll be going. Yes, when is the troupe back in town? Should be wandering on by next Jalember. Great. Then we'll keep an eye out for it. We'll have more after this.
A pillar of the community. Just a really, really nice man. Yes, he sounded a little evil, but he had a heart of gold. These are just some of the words used to describe the late Mr. Diablo. Join us this Sunday at the Concord Church of Forgiveness for the funeral of Mr. Diablo of Diablo's Antiques, who was brutally murdered by thugs the other day for, inverted commas, definitely being evil. One such thug even spoke to us brashly, saying, "You heard the advert, mister. That guy was the devil or something. This is like Smitkins all over again." The family of Mr. Diablo have appealed for privacy at this difficult time, and their antique store will remain closed until further notice.
And see, you could put that away over there. So organized. We love you, Rozzaline. Oh, welcome back to the show. We're hanging out with good time girl Rozzaline. I'm not sure that phrase means what you think it means, sister. Oh? Anyways, Roz, tell us more about your interesting life. I'm no more interesting than any other ghoulified grandma. That's what makes you so fascinating. Please, tell us the proper usage of a doily. Oh, that reminds me, actually. We haven't been getting along with all of our guests quite as well as Rozzaline here. No, we have not. It's Donny Love. Yes, Donny Sir Wingelot Love. How's he doing? Well, having been extremely dramatic about having not been fed while we were away, we have decided to put Donny Love on the naughty step for the time being. And what does that entail? Well, the usual step that we keep the bag on, of which Donny Love is trapped inside of, well, that step is a hard, cold block of probably radioactive material. Cozy. But the naughty step, in contrast, has spikes as well. Well, that will make sleeping awful hard, won't it? Pah! It's their fault for sleeping at all. You don't think we may be being a little harsh? Not at all, Rhonda. If you remember, we got the little guy to help out in filming the new show. His wobbly hands will be the only poor part of cooking with Tabitha. Too right. And with that, we've come to the end of our allotted time for the week. So we would like to say an extra special thanks to Rozzaline. Anytime, you weirdos. And best friend Tabitha. Keep on cooking. And to all of you listening at home, please like, subscribe, and share these videos. And do everything in your power to force all of the people you know on the planet to watch it also. It's for the greater good. Look after yourselves. Have a lovely week. And we hope to see you all again soon. Bye!